Did you know one of cricket's greatest fast bowlers is, right now, at 62 years old, still working full-time in a country that isn't even his own? That's right. Courtney Walsh, the man who once held the single greatest bowling record in the history of Test cricket, could have stopped working 25 years ago and never thought about money again. He's a millionaire. He's already in the Hall of Fame, nothing left to prove. Today, we reveal the full story of Courtney Walsh, the quiet Jamaican kid who became the most feared bowler on earth. The record that took him to the top of the world, the years he vanished from the spotlight on purpose, and the surprising new chapter he's writing right now, in 2026, that almost nobody saw coming. Before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed and notifications are on. We bring you stories about cricket's most fascinating players every week. And trust me, what you're about to learn about Courtney Walsh will change how you see fast bowling forever. Kingston, Jamaica, 1962. Nobody looks at this baby and sees a future legend. Courtney Andrew Walsh grew up near Malines Road, playing at the same small local club that would later produce another all-time great, Michael Holding. Cricket wasn't glamorous here. It was just what the neighborhood did. By his teenage years, people started to notice. In 1979, in a school match, he took 10 wickets in a single innings. 10. In one match. On an island where cricket is closer to religion than sport, that kind of number gets talked about. 3 years later, in 1982, he played his first professional match. And once he started, he simply didn't stop, for almost 20 years. Here's what set him apart early. He was never the fastest bowler on the island, never the one with the scariest reputation. What he had was something rarer: patience, discipline, and a work ethic that never needed an audience. That discipline was about to turn him into one of the most feared weapons the sport has ever seen. Walsh made his Test debut for the West Indies in 1984 against Australia in Perth. He wasn't an instant sensation. For the first few years, he was a promising but unremarkable member of a pace attack already stacked with legends: Malcolm Marshall, Joel Garner, Michael Holding. What made Walsh different wasn't raw speed. It was that he kept getting better year after year while flashier bowlers came and went. County cricket in England at Gloucestershire sharpened him further. He'd bowl long, unglamorous spells in cold, damp conditions that would break lesser players, and he'd come back the next day and do it again. By the late 1980s, coaches and captains around the world had started to notice something specific about him. He never seemed to get injured. He never seemed to get tired, and he never seemed to complain. In an era of larger-than-life fast bowlers, Walsh was quietly becoming the most durable one of them all. That durability would soon be paired with the perfect partner, and together they'd become a wall no batsman could get through. A batsman in the 1990s, and you have to walk out and face the West Indies. Waiting for you are two names that still make grown men uneasy today: Curtly Ambrose and Courtney Walsh. In just 49 matches bowling together, these two men took 421 wickets between them. That's not just a good bowling pair. That's a wall. Ambrose brought fear. Tall, bouncing the ball toward your ribs, looking terrifying before he'd even released it. Walsh brought something sneakier. He bowled 3 different speeds: off-cutter, seam-up, slower ball, all from the exact same arm action, the exact same run-up. No warning at all. You genuinely could not tell what was coming until it had already gone past you. Now imagine trying to survive that for 6 hours a day, 5 days in a row. And through all of it, Walsh almost never lost his temper. No shouting, no blow-ups, no fines for misconduct. At a time when fast bowlers were becoming famous for their aggression, Walsh became famous for the opposite: his calm. That calm was about to carry him somewhere no fast bowler had ever been. For 6 years, one number sat at the very top of Test cricket, and nobody could touch it. Kapil Dev's 434 wickets. Many people believed it would stand forever. Then in 2000, the quiet kid from Kingston walked right past it. His 114th match, 17 matches faster than it took Kapil Dev to get there. For a moment, this humble man from Jamaica, with no controversy attached to his name, held the single greatest bowling record in the sport's history. By the time he retired in 2001, the numbers were staggering: 132 Test matches and 519 wickets. 205 one-day internationals and 227 more wickets, 1,807 wickets across every level of the game combined. He was named a Wisden Cricketer of the Year, inducted into the ICC Hall of Fame, given one of Jamaica's highest national honors. By any normal measure, this man had already won everything a cricketer could ever hope to win. So here's the real question. What do you do next? In April 2001, at age 38, Courtney Walsh retired from international cricket. There was no scandal behind it, no falling out with the board, no dramatic press conference. He simply reached the end of what his body could give, and he walked away, quietly, the same way he'd done everything else in his career. West Indies captain Clive Lloyd said it plainly at the time. He didn't think anyone would find another Courtney Walsh, and if he were a young fast bowler, he'd want to model himself on him. Lloyd called him a great cricketer and a great person. Most players in Walsh's position take the easy road after retiring. Commentary box, autograph tours, a lifetime of talking about the old days. Walsh didn't take that road. He simply left the spotlight completely. And for years, most fans lost track of him. Here's what nobody realized at the time. He wasn't gone. He was about to start over in places nobody was pointing a camera at. In 2016, Walsh resurfaced, not as a commentator, but as Bangladesh's bowling coach. It wasn't a glamorous job. It was real, hands-on work, helping build an entire country's bowling attack almost from scratch. It worked. Bowlers like Taskin Ahmed and Mustafizur Rahman grew into genuine international threats under his guidance. In 2018, when Bangladesh's head coach suddenly resigned, Walsh even stepped in as interim head coach. Then in 2020, a new challenge, head coach of the West Indies women's team, a role he held until 2023. And even after that contract ended, he didn't stop. In early 2024, he went back to work again, this time as a technical consultant for the Zimbabwe women's team. Notice the pattern. This man never actually stopped working. He just stopped needing anyone to watch him do it. That quiet pattern was about to lead to the most unexpected chapter of his career yet. Here's where this story stops being history and becomes something happening this week. Earlier this year, at 62 years old, Walsh signed on as bowling consultant for Zimbabwe's men's team heading into the T20 World Cup. Almost nobody expected much from them. Then Zimbabwe beat Australia. Then Zimbabwe beat Sri Lanka, one of the tournament's co-hosts. They topped their group and reached the Super 8 stage for the first time in the country's history, which also secured their spot at the 2028 World Cup. And quietly, shaping that bowling attack the entire time, was Courtney Walsh. Zimbabwe cricket didn't wait around. On July 1st, 2026, just days ago, they made it official. Courtney Walsh is now Zimbabwe's full-time permanent bowling coach. And here's the detail that gives this story its heart. Zimbabwe had just come off the biggest test win in their history, an innings and 85-run demolition of Bangladesh in Harare under brand-new captain Richard Ngarava, which means Walsh's first assignment in his new permanent role is coaching against the very team he spent years building up. The team he once shaped is now the opponent standing across from him. More than 25 years after his last test wicket. At 62 years old, he is still on the sideline at sunrise, still doing the exact same thing he has always done, building fast bowlers, one at a time. Fast bowlers are supposed to be intimidating, loud, aggressive, feared off the field almost as much as on it. Courtney Walsh broke that image completely. Clive Lloyd wasn't the only legend to say it. Gary Sobers pointed to Walsh's dedication and durability as something young fast bowlers should study just as closely as his skill. Always there. Always giving everything, no matter the conditions. He terrified the best batsmen in the world using nothing but pure skill. No theatrics required. And more than 2 decades after his final match, he's still doing it. Still building. Still choosing the work over the recognition. Away from the field, Walsh has kept the same low profile he always had as a player. He owns a restaurant back home in Jamaica, and public estimates, not confirmed by Walsh himself, put his net worth somewhere in the millions. Enough by any measure to have stopped working years ago. He hasn't chased a media career. He hasn't cashed in on his name with endless commercial deals. Instead, for almost a decade now, His time has gone into dressing rooms in Bangladesh, the West Indies, and now Zimbabwe into young bowlers most fans will never learn his name from. That's the through line of his entire life after cricket. Not visibility, just work. Courtney Walsh had every reason to stop in 2001. The record, the Hall of Fame, a comfortable life waiting for him back home. Instead, right now, somewhere in Zimbabwe, a 62-year-old man is standing on a cricket field with players half his age, helping them chase wins that will never carry his name. Maybe that's the real reason people call him the gentleman. Not because he was polite on the field, because he never once stopped giving more to the game than it ever gave him. If this story got to you the way it got to us, type legend in the comments below. We want to know how many of you stayed until the end. And if you enjoy the stories cricket almost forgot to tell, hit subscribe. There are more of them waiting.